If your files are overflowing with birthday snapshots, then today's project is for you. Hello everyone, Miss Carrie here. I am so excited to reveal an amazing new kit that will steal your heart. And I'm going to share a simple birthday layout demo using these delightful goodies. We're going to begin by unboxing a new kit I recently received from Miss Kate Cuttables. I've only cut open the box, so the reactions will be as genuine as they would be when I receive a new box of craft supplies. This is her subscription kit, and as I pull these out of the box, I can already tell this is going to be fun to work with. So it looks like I have a large pack of cardstock and a birthday collection. As I take these out of the packaging, I'm going to read over the little information sheet that she sent me. So this is the Birthday Wishes monthly subscription box with the matching cardstock. According to my guide, you can choose between the basic kit, which has the pattern paper and ephemera, or you can choose what she calls the Cardstock Lover collection, which you all know is going to be my first pick. Every month there is a new collection and shipping is free. Well, that's awesome. All right, I'll explain more about the subscription in a moment. I really want to dive into this kit. First off, this color palette is absolutely awesome. It is labeled as Birthday Wishes, but I can already envision other uses for these colors. Let's start with the basic kit, which includes more than 19 double-sided sheets of paper. I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll get to those in a moment. Let's take a look at these die cuts. Now, as you know, our daughter works at the zoo, so I'm a bit partial to adorable animals. Aren't those just too cute? And there are plenty of title pieces in here too. The sticker sheet has similar images, but they're on a smaller scale. Honestly, as a card maker, I love that there are smaller images in this collection too. I often use my leftover scrapbook supplies to make cards, and rarely are their images small enough to layer on a standard A2 size card panel. Now, I'm one who always likes to feel the texture of paper before I buy it. Not only does it need to be a good weight, easy to adhere, and feel good to work with, but it also needs to cut well on my Cricut and die cut machine. Already, I am in love with the plaid and these simple stars on the back. There is a birthday boy pattern, and oops, I have these upside down, so let me flip them. I guess that's what happens when you do a blind reveal on camera. Oh, look, there's polka dots, and this one is bright confetti. Can I just say that I'm so happy to see so many plaid and polka dot patterns. This one has an argyle feel to it, and that's going to be perfect for stitching. There are some really versatile patterns here in this Birthday Wishes collection. Some of the patterns have a party theme, but most are generic and can be used on other pages. Take a look at this bright orange with the yellow and the purple. I bet you can imagine how I would love to use this combination. So cute, isn't it? This one is a birthday girl and another lovely plaid. So not only does this kit have solid patterns, there are also cut apart pages in 3x4 and 4x4. For those who don't use cut apart cards, you can use the patterns on the back. These are not printed back to back, so you're not going to feel like you need to figure out how to use these printed pages. Not only do I use these for card panels, I also cut out the images. This birthday girl image here could be cut out for a title on a page or a sentiment for a card. This one here would make a great journal card, or it could be placed inside a handmade card for sentiments. There are a lot of options here. In fact, according to my handy dandy info sheet, there are 39 designs, and most of these patterns are very simple designs that you could use for more than just birthdays. Oh, look at that! There's a pattern on the back of the cover sheet. I love when companies make use of packaging. All right, let me gather this up. So we have 19 double-sided sheets, 5 of the cut-apart elements, 60 die cuts, and 60 stickers. That's a lot in one kit. All right, let's take a look at this collection of cardstock. As I said, I'm a bit finicky when it comes to cardstock and paper. This cardstock has what looks like a linen pattern on the front, but it's not textured. The sheets are single-sided with a white backing, which means that it has a white core. I personally like to use white core cardstock because I do distressing, tearing, and inking on my projects, but a few of my fellow crafters prefer solid core cardstock, which is why I make sure that you know what type of cardstock is in this collection. As far as weight, this is a good weight for cardstock. From what I can tell, it's a smooth grain that looks like it's going to cut nicely with a machine. Smooth cardstock cuts much easier in my Cricut and die cut machines. It's also easier to adhere and fold. All right, I'm going to sift through these really fast because I want to start making a project with these new goodies. This is a really nice color palette, and it goes well with the basic kit. We'll start out with those pinks, and then the yellows, greens, and oranges, and blues, and purples. As I spread these out, you can see that there are multiple hues for each color. I like having options when it comes to picking out a color. Having 2 or 3 of a color allows me to create some amazing layers in my cut file images. I could use all 3 colors of yellow on my petals and create some amazing dimension on my floral pieces. All right, enough crafty dreaming. Let me bring all this back together real quick and go over everything one more time. Then I'm going to show you how to make a really simple birthday layout. So you can choose to get the basic kit, which is a massive amount of papers, die cuts, and stickers with some cut apart prints, or add the cardstock and receive all the things in the cardstock lover kit. The kits ship free, which is awesome, and every month a new kit is released. I just peeked over on their Instagram page and noticed that she just posted the next kit, and it's absolutely gorgeous. More about this subscription kit can be found on the website. In the description, I'll add links to each of these kits and a link to Miss Kate's site so that you can decide what works for you. All right, are you ready to make an adorable scrapbook page with this birthday wishes kit? Let's get started. For my background, I'm going to use this simple confetti pattern, and I'm going to place a 4-inch piece of cardstock on the left side. I'm using 2 3x4 photos of our son blowing out the candles on his cake, and that cake is bright blue and red. So I'm going to bring more of those colors to the page with this pattern strip. This 1/2-inch piece is going to be a vertical grounding point for my photo. Red and blue pair perfectly with yellow because all 3 of those are primary colors. So I'm going to back my photo with this yellow cut apart card. Now, some of the printed image does peek out a tiny bit behind the photos, but once everything's in place, you're not even going to notice it. I'm going to adhere the main pieces on the left side of the page. Off camera, I cut a scallop border from the red cardstock with a metal die. This cut beautifully with my Spellbinder machine. Now, I plan to add some stitching to this, so I'm going to adhere it in place with liquid adhesive. The photo is layered over that bright yellow polka dot, and it's adhered to the page with foam tape. I want this photo to stand out a little bit more from that pattern background, so I'm going to add 2 polka dot strips on either side of my photo. These were cut from another printed card in the cut apart pages. In the upper corner, I'm going to bring in some of these little pennant banners. The large one is from the die cut collection. I have popped it up on foam tape to give it some dimension. The smaller one comes from the sticker sheet. All of the images in the die cut collection are replicated on the sticker sheet in a smaller size. This gives you more options for layering images like I am here. I'm going to introduce a cluster of images on the right side along with a printed journal card. 2 sets of balloons are going to be adhered near the top of the frame, and I'll place some gifts in red and blue near the base of the card. I'm not going to secure everything in place just yet because I still need to add my journaling. I picked this adorable little bear because it's our son's nickname, and I'm incorporating red and blue to match the cake. His birthdays were always celebrated with his great-grandma, who was born on the 4th of July, so his cakes were almost always red, white, and blue. In the upper left corner, I built another cluster with that birthday boy title. Now this has quite a bit of purple in it, so I'm going to bring more of my blue and red hues to the area with this circle die cut and a cake sticker. Again, these colors are part of the story and bring focus to the photo. Off camera, I printed my journaling onto that die cut card and stacked those little gifts and a birthday bear at the base. I rearranged the gifts a bit so that I could bring in this purple one to match the purple lettering at the top of the photo. I also added a purple balloon to form a nice visual triangle. Near the title, I layered more balloons so that I could replicate all the colors from the right side of the page over here onto the left. Doing this creates a directional line across my page and brings balance to the layout. To finish off my design, I'm going to adhere these streamer die cuts in place. I have already laid them out, and now I'm just going to quickly apply a little bit of glue to stick them in place. If you prefer to bring some dimension to the page, you could add some foam tape under these, or you could bring in some of the confetti pieces or star shapes. All right, I'm going to finish this off camera, and then I'll share the completed page with you. Here is our adorable birthday boy layout with bright confetti, balloons, and layers of birthday elements. Not only did I use the cut apart pattern papers, die cuts, and stickers from the basic kit, I also brought in some pieces of cardstock. I like how they bring a subtle texture to the page, and I had absolutely no issues cutting this detailed border with my die cutting machine. Next week, I'll cut out a few items with my Cricut and I'll let you know how it did. Today, my goal was to show you a very simple scrapbook page that you can make to record your birthday memories. This design was a boy-themed layout, but it can easily be altered with any of the patterns, prints, and images in the Birthday Wishes kit. If you are interested in learning more about Miss Kate's monthly subscription, I have added details in the description below. For those of you who like to pin projects to inspiration boards, I've added still shots on my website for you to use. I want to thank you for joining me for another scrapbook project. I hope it inspired you to try something new. If you have any questions about this project or the supplies that I used, feel free to post those in the comments below. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I can't wait to see what you create.